Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? What are y'all doing? I'm really late, so I hope people share to a group. I'm going to share this to my group. And you guys, my iPad keeps freezing, so maybe I won't share it. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I'm going to share it to 2 groups. Anyways, how's everybody doing? How is this lighting by chance? Ooh, Lord. It needs some help. Hi, you guys. How are you? Oh, my gosh. My lighting is, out of bounds right now. Whew. Help a sister out. Hi, Petra. How are you? How's it going? I'm kind of late. I was, rushing to try to get here in time. It started raining. What is my hair doing? Anyway, hi, Stasha, how are you? I'm so good. We were at dinner, and so don't think I actually look like this normally. Somebody take a screenshot, because I will not be looking like this, every time I go live. I may fall asleep. I'm old. I know, I'm exhausted. It's late. This is actually really late for me. I forgot that we had this whole thing today, so kind of my fault. I should have been on earlier. But I have had a million. Do I have 2 cell phones? Girl, no. I have an iPad and a cell phone. But I always want people to think I totally rock. Fun fact, back home, I had a good friend, a soccer mom, and we used to laugh because a lot of the dads that would show up would have 2 cell phones, because we played in a part of town that was nicer. And so we'd always laugh and be like, we're going to get 2 cell phones. We're going to get 2 cell phones, just to do it. My husband thought I was seriously crazy. I almost did though. We almost went and bought one of those prepaid ones so I could act like I had to. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I've had a ton of messages as of late of people asking me okay, so you say you take 50 milligrams of CBD a day, but how do you figure that out? How do you get there? And so I kind of wanted to talk about, I'm thinking about a second cheap one for business. It's good. It's good to have. I'm really grateful I have the iPad. If that helps you. But, so I wanted to kind of explain, because there's some messages that I was getting that people were super confused because they had purchased some CBD from other companies, from other places, and they weren't really ever kind of told how to take it. And so I was after explaining it to oh gosh, probably 15 people in the last few days, I was you know what, I'm just going to go live and kind of talk about it, because I feel it would be easier so people can kind of come back and check it. I'm going to try to keep this pretty short and sweet because I know it's late. Hi, Christina, how are you? So if you look at let's play with the soft gels, because they're my fave of all time. So if you look at this bottle, if you look right here, see how it says 300 milligrams of CBD? So a lot of times people think if they were to take 1 soft gel, it would be 300 milligrams of CBD that they're taking. So they would think that they're totally golden, right? When in fact, that's what is in the entire bottle. Okay, it's not in 1 soft gel, it would be in the whole bottle. I had questions about dosages. Yeah. It's kind of confusing, but once you kind of hear it, you're just I get it. The light bulb turns on. So let me explain this to you guys. The best way, that it was for me to learn, it was super easy. So if you really look at this, it says right here, it says, oh, it's not gonna, is it gonna do it? So in each soft gel, this basically says there's 10 milligrams of CBD in it, in each soft gel that you would take. So what you would do, and so let me show you with the tincture really fast. So a tincture is the oil. So soft gels are probably my favorite way to start. If you're a beginner, just trying it out, I say start with the soft gels and kind of feel it out and see how you feel. So these are broad spectrum, which means they're THC free. I actually had somebody tell me the other day that when they take a full spectrum, they kind of get sleepy a little bit. And there's such a minute amount of THC in the full spectrum, but sometimes, you know, you can get tired. It can happen. You know what I mean? So I always tell everyone to, personally, I would start with my lighting is going to drive me bananas. I would start with the soft gels because you can kind of regulate how much you're taking, right? Hi, Amanda. We were out to dinner, so I was like, don't get used to this look. This look don't happen all the time, just sometimes. So when you're first starting out, you want to look at the serving on the bottle. It'll say what each serving actually is if you read it. So here, this is 500 milligrams CBD, and some people think if they take a dropper, and if they even take one drop, they're like, oh, that's 500 milligrams, I'm golden. No. Not golden at all. So you would want to actually fill up the entire, I don't want to do that and drop it. You want to fill up the entire dropper. So you're going to go in here and do the entire dropper. That is a serving. So one serving is one whole dropper of a tincture. And the tinctures have lines on their things. This is an older bottle. But, so you would take one dropper. That's one serving. One serving, if you look on the bottle, has 16.67 milligrams of CBD in one dropper. So it's almost like you want to kind of ignore the 500 milligram part, because I think that's the really confusing part. Do you know what I mean? Hi, Crystal. And yes, I love you, Petra. So just like what Petra said. So a 10 milligram soft gel in a 300 milligram bottle would be 10 times 30 is 300. It's 300 milligrams. That's the actual breakdown. And I think it really confuses people. And sometimes people buy things and sometimes it's not when they get it, it's not clarified to them, and it's totally not their fault. You know, they want to try it. They want to find relief. So when I tell you that in the morning, I take 2 soft gels, that's just me. It's personal to me. I would always start out with a serving for yourself. So do one serving, right? So let's say you're starting off with the soft gels, which I recommend totally. You start off with one, right? And kind of gauge yourself, see where you're at. Check in with yourself in a couple hours. Are you feeling anxious? Are you feeling pain? If you have, you know, some sort of chronic pain, are you feeling not good, right? So what you would want to do is then say, you know what, let me try another one, right? So let's say it's, you know, you take it at like 8 in the morning, noon comes around, you're like, yep, I'm feeling a little anxious now. I would take another soft gel, right? And you're going to kind of feel where you're at. Like, and if you're feeling anxious again, like within a couple hours, you know that the levels you need are going to be a little higher than just one, right? So like, that's why personally, this is just me in the morning, I take 2 soft gels right when I wake up, because I know that's going to carry me through, you know, till about noon, 1 or so, whenever I get home from the gym or pretending to go to the gym and really tanning, whatever. Whenever I get home from there is generally I'm kind of like, and I can feel myself. And that's when either I can take some of my spray. So let me show you on the spray. So the spray has, oh my God, you guys, I'm so old. 120 milligrams of CBD in it. In the entire thing, there's 120 milligrams. So a serving of this is, it's 8 sprays, and it's 4 milligrams of CBD that you get, right? And that's for each spray. So we have the de-stress spray, which I recommend that to everyone. We have the clarity spray, and we also have the sleep spray. This one's a sleep one, so I'm not going to spray it and show you guys because I don't want to knock out in the middle of a live. But not that I would really knock out, but I'm being facetious. So with the spray, so like in the middle of the afternoon, I kind of would feel like where I'm at, right? So I could take one of my de-stress sprays and give myself, you know, a quick shot, you know, see how I feel. If I'm feeling all right, cool, I keep it moving. If I'm still like, I'm a little iffy, my anxiety's a little high, my knee's kind of hurting a little bit, I could take another soft gel, or I could go ahead and just take a serving of tincture. I love the tincture. Sweet Mint, hands down, is my favorite. I like Full Spectrum though. Full Spectrum is, it has THC, but very minute amounts. It's like 0.003 or something, very minute. But I like it better. I feel like it just kind of works a little bit quicker in my system. That's just me. But it's really a feeling yourself out game. And that's what I think a lot of people don't explain. So when you first start taking it, you take that first serving of the tincture or the soft gel, whatever it is that you purchased, you take that first serving and you really want to feel it out. Feel where you're at. You know, even set an alarm on your phone for, like, let's say you take it at 7 in the morning, set an alarm at noon or when you go to lunch or whatever and say, yeah, how am I feeling right now? Feel yourself out. If you're feeling good, you're golden, right? And then make it to the end of the day before you go to bed. What I like to do is I like to take my sleep spray. I take my sleep spray, but closer to like evening time, not before bed, but like evening time, I'll take a dropper of this because I know how many milligrams I need personally every day. So I know kind of how I can gauge it and where I want to be. So it's really important. I know there's some, how do I word this? There's some things like on the market a lot of times where, I'm not even going to go there. I'll talk about that later. But I just want you guys to know, like, you can obviously never take too much. You don't want to drink this whole bottle and think you're going to, like, feel good, because you probably won't. But it's not about really taking too much. I just don't like to waste product. So I like to build myself up and kind of see where I'm at each step. And that's why I really like the soft gels, because I can go up by 10 milligrams and feel it out. I can go up, and if I'm still not feeling so hot, I can go another 10 milligrams. I could feel it out. And it's really good to kind of have a lower kind of dosage to compound, you know, to keep adding, and kind of see how you feel. It's really good to have that. So that's why I kind of recommend the soft gels to start, because although I love the tinctures more than anything, it's easier to see where you are when you start. And then once you've figured it out, like where you're feeling good, then it's like you can try all kinds of other things because you know where you have to be for the day. So I know I like to be at 50 milligrams a day. That's a personal preference for me. So after I like tried it out and, you know, played with the soft gels for a while, I knew by nighttime, I knew I would keep the milligrams I had left or whatever, I would take it before bed because it helps me sleep so good. Like, so if I were to take a tincture and a sleep spray and go to bed, like, I'm sleeping. Like, I am knocked out. You know what I mean? So that's why I like to kind of save the full spectrum tinctures for bed. And during the day, I do a lot more like broad spectrum. So I do the soft gels, I do the sprays, I do a lot of that during the day. My daughter takes the orange tincture, which is broad spectrum, which is THC free. She's an athlete, so she like freaks out when she hears full spectrum, even though she's fine, but it's just her, like, you know, she's my kid, so she stresses about everything. But so that's why I don't have an orange tincture to show you. But the orange tincture is broad spectrum, THC free, so it's the same as these guys. So I just kind of wanted to clarify. There are products that you can't play around with or figure out proper dosing. That's where I was, you know, where I was trying to go, and I didn't want to go there because it's hard, because I don't want to be like, that's not right or something, because it's not that it's not right. It's just, it's hard to figure out your dosage if a product comes where it can't be like resealed or something along those lines. You know what I mean? Okay. Oh, I'm missing so much. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. I think I'm ordering the de-stress. I love the de-stress. It's my favorite. The tinctures, are the flavors the only difference, or are they different like the sprays? I think Petra answered that, but I'll say it out loud just in case. So the tinctures, are the flavors the only difference? No, so the sweet mint and the vanilla are full spectrum, and the orange is broad spectrum. Are they different like the sprays? But that's the only difference between those three. The peppermint tincture is 1,000 milligrams, so it's actually double. So I recommend that for someone that has already, you know, figured out kind of what they want to take, where they need to be, where they get the most relief. I recommend the peppermint one because it's 1,000 milligrams. So in a dropper, you're getting double. So you're getting a better value for yourself, money-wise, and you're not having to remember to take so much because, or so often, I should say, not so much. You're not having to remember to take it so often because you can take one dropper and you're at, I don't want to say the math wrong, but you're high up there, right? So if this one's 16.67, just double that, right? Okay. Will the amount in the full spectrum cause you to fail? No, you won't fail. It's so minute that, like, I take that all the time. I take that one. My husband does. You know, he has a corporate job. So, no, you're okay. Hi, Renee. How are you? You have professional ethics, my dear. I do. Thank you. Okay, I caught up. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to make sure it was kind of out there because I've searched and searched and I haven't seen anyone really talk about it or say it or explain it, and I just felt like it made me sad because I had people come to me and say, well, I bought this from somewhere else and it doesn't work, so I don't ever want to try it again. And I'm like, no. How are you taking it? Did you check your dosages? I always say, like, see where you're at, feel yourself out, you know? And then they were like, oh. And then, you know, if something's not working, tweak it a little. And in no time, like, I mean, it literally took me probably a month to really figure out where the milligrams I wanted or I needed. It took me a hot minute, a good 4 weeks, because I was messing with it for a while. And then when I was feeling better, I would be like, well, I'm going to do a little more just to see. And then so you test it. And I was like, well, I don't feel any different. So I knew I could kick it back and not waste so much product. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to spend money you don't have to spend. On top of, you still want relief, you know. And I'm actually really proud because I'm literally like, I haven't taken medications for my knee, and I really have been working out. I promise. I went today. I'm so tired. Like, I'm not good at that. But at night, I sleep so much better. Oh, the Hubs is here. I sleep so much better when I take the tincture and the sleep spray before bed. So I love the soft gels, like, and the sprays daytime. I love the tincture and the sleep spray at night. That's like my fave. Hi, Annie. How are you? I'd love more info when you get time. I'll shoot you a message, or even if you want to shoot me a message right now, I'll shoot you a message after this. And we can totally talk, because I feel bad because I know a lot of people, oh my gosh, I was like sitting on my foot that whole time my foot was sleeping. I know a lot of people, it can be really confusing. And, you know, I just want to tell you, no matter where you buy it from, no matter where you get it from, just be informed. Do your research, find the ingredients, make sure they're good ingredients, make sure like the oil in it isn't vegetable oil, make sure the sprays actually have CBD in them. There's some sprays on the market right now, they don't even have CBD in them. And for me, that was like a deal breaker, especially with the sleep spray, because it has melatonin in it, but it also has CBD, and I use that to, you know, to get where I want to get milligram wise during the day as well. Do you know? So check your ingredients, make sure there's third-party testing, make sure, like, really get into it. Like, I really did my research. Everyone knows, like, I really went hard on this before I even backed it, because if I'm going to talk about something, if I'm going to put something in my body, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to know what the heck I'm talking about. I'm going to understand it, and I'm not going to waste anybody's time or anybody's money. That's just not who I am, you know? So education is key. It really is. So I hope that helped. I really do. And I brought the doggy treats just to show you guys, like, even in the dog chews, like, so it says 450 milligrams, but each doggy chew has 15 milligrams of CBD, and you're literally going to do the same thing for your dogs, right? So, like, my Rexy is about, God, he's a little overweight. It's okay. He's about 75 pounds. So I know, like, I kind of, like, will give him a certain amount, see how he's feeling, see how he's doing. And, you know, he's kind of a heavier dog, so it's easier for me because I can think about my weight and his weight and kind of do the math. And I'm not telling you my weight because that's rude. But even for your dogs, or your cats, they're good for dogs or cats or pet treats. Really, you have to check the dosage on them too, like, kind of see how they're doing, you know, like, and think about their weight, think about your weight, think about all those factors. You know, a lot of things factor into it. It's not just buy a bottle or buy a pet treat and magically it's all done. It takes a little bit of work in the beginning, but it's totally worth it, you know, because once you regulate yourself and you get that relief and you don't have that pain or you don't have that anxiety and you're not so stressed out and you feel better and you're happier, it's worth it. It just sometimes takes a minute. And I don't want you to get discouraged because it literally took me easily a month. So I want you to know that it's like, don't just give up. Don't be like, oh, it didn't work. It's been 2 days. And that's why a lot of times when people ask me if they can get a sample, I mean, yeah, I can send you something, but the problem is if you take it for 1 or 2 doses, right? And then you're like, well, that didn't do anything. This is stupid. Not only did I waste, you know, product and my time, you wasted your time. You think that it doesn't work anyway. You'll probably ignore my messages, not tell me how good it is. You'll be mad at me, think that I'm a liar. And it was only just because it just wasn't enough for your body. Everybody's body is different. And I just want you to realize that just because, let's say, Molly down the street takes 80 milligrams a day, you could be golden at one dropper at 16 milligrams a day and be good to go. Every single person is different. And that's why we're here to help, is to kind of help you figure out where you need to be. And that anybody that sells you CBD, that's what they should be doing. It should be about education and kind of helping you, not just selling it and like, good luck, right? So I hope that helped. You're welcome. I wondered what the pet treats. Yeah, they're 15 milligrams, which is awesome, especially for my fat boy in there. He's so fat. Smaller dogs and cats probably need a half treat. I love that they up the milligrams because I have a bigger dog. Yeah. So, and also think about that too. You can always cut a treat in half. That's a really good point, Petra. You can always cut one in half. Like if you have a little guy, because, you know, a little guy, if he weighs 10 pounds, he might not need that. And for you, it's not like it's going to hurt him, but it's going to save you money in the long run. You know, if you're buying these pet treats, which I just bought some more today for my babies, if you're buying them, then clearly you don't want to waste any, you know. But it really has helped. So my Rex, he has degenerative myelopathy. And so it helps him because like when he walks, his legs don't really work anymore. His back end doesn't work. It's basically your spine kind of breaks down at the tail end. And so he has a hard time, like he can't go to the bathroom like a normal boy dog. I got to help him up the stairs. He has to wear shoes. So for him, it kind of gives him a little relief, because I can only imagine he probably is in some pain, the way he whacks his legs sometimes, and it just makes me feel so bad. So for me, I'm religious with it with him, just because I want to make sure he's kind of feeling all right, you know. Thank you for this information. After I speak to my doctor, I will get back to you. Oh, the Seymour won't go. Come on, Seymour. Oh, it cut you off. I'll be able to see the Oh, there it goes. I take a med for my heart. Just want to make sure it won't interfere with that. Yes. Crystal, please, please, please talk to your doctor. I want any and everyone to talk to your doctor. You know, I don't claim that it fixes anything or does anything. I know what it's done for me. I know what it's done for my family. So I recommend everyone talking to their doctor. And if you want, I can pull up third-party testing. You can pull it up on the website. You know, you can be able to show your doctor. I have pamphlets. You can show your doctor the ingredients. It's all about education and really talking to your physician. And I really recommend that. Like, I really, really do. That's perfect. And you can adjust up or down. I was wondering with cats, I thought about dividing up 1/4. Oh, yeah, with the cats. That's smart. I've been giving my dog too, but she's like, yeah, that's what I've been giving Rex's too. I was thinking about maybe cutting one in half and giving him another one, just to see if it makes a difference, just because he's, what's the best way to say it? He's so messed up. Poor guy. He really is. He's struggling right now. It's struggle bus. We're really hoping to make it through the next week in our house with him. And I don't want to cry, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore. But if you guys don't see me for a while, it's probably why. Yeah, so now I'm going to cry. I don't want to cry. So anyway, I hope you guys have the best night. Just did all this makeup, so I don't want to cry. But, yeah, if you guys have any more questions, please reach out. I don't care if it's from another company or down the street or your neighbor's house. I want it. Well, I do care if it's from your neighbor's house, because I hope they're not making it in their kitchen, but you know what I mean. I've had people reach out to me, even from, you know, something they bought at like a pet store, let's say. And, you know, it's like, wait, this says this. Is this right? How do I do this? Do I do this right? And it's like, okay, let's talk. And so that was really the point of Let's Talk Tuesday. Oh, I love you, Stasia. All right, you guys. I hope you guys have the best night ever. I hope that really helped. If you have any more questions, please just like comment here, reach out. I don't want anyone to miss out on utilizing something that could possibly help you just because you weren't informed correctly, you know, and that's the most important thing. Oh my God, you guys, I gotta get this hair fixed. Friday! I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Oh my God, I'm not gonna be blonde anymore. All right, you guys, I love you so much. I will see you tomorrow. Any questions, message me, comment here. I'll get back to you. And I'm gonna go take some sweet mint tincture and go to bed. You're welcome. Good night, Crystal. I will see you guys probably tomorrow. Have the best night.